how do you explain this? My name's Rebekah, and I work as a ghost tour guide in one of the most haunted cities in the United States, Wilmington, North Carolina. Throughout the series, we're going to be revisiting some of the most haunting photos that I've captured on my ghost tour. We'll be going back to the locations they were captured during the daytime, so maybe we can figure out what went bump in the night. So follow along with me. I'm Rebekah, the Ghost Guide. Let's take a closer look at the photo. At first glance, you might want to write this off as a lens flare, but lens flares don't appear to move unless the entire photo is moved as well. And here you can see a clear, steady photo. So what is this? When I first posted this onto TikTok, people were seeing anything from what they described as vortexes, to orbs, to shadow figures. That's a lot more than I initially saw, so let's revisit the photo. Now, as a disclaimer, I took this photo as a photo of a photo on a woman's phone. High tech, I know. In the photo, you may see her screen was a little cracked. I admit, I'm not sure if I see shadow figures as clearly as others did, but for the sake of giving credit to those who did, I was able to use a bit of imaginative intuition and outline what they could have saw. Most notably, this possible face. If this is really there, that height would match the height of what many people appear to see in this location. Time to go back to where this photo was taken, but during the day so we can hopefully see and understand a little bit better. Welcome to the loading dock of what was the old Bullock Hospital. It would appear that the orb was on its way out between the bars of the ground floor window. I'm at the basement, or the loading dock level, as it once was. As this is a privately owned business, no one was up there at the time this was taken. Who is this? Hard to tell without a physical description. Some will say that the color of an orb may tell something about the emotion of the entity. Let's go with that idea for a moment. Now, when I think of energy having color, I immediately think of auras. If that's an indicator, this bright green may indicate a cross between communication, fear, and/or blockage. Others who classified this as a vortex say it was a naturally moving energy. So where was it going? I'll give you a hint. I mentioned that this was a hospital back in the 1920s. What was happening in Wilmington during that time? Similarly to the rest of the United States, Wilmington was very much caught up in Prohibition. This is debatably even more intense as alcohol was one of the foundations of the city itself, as people were oftentimes paid in rations of rum. This was common in both sailing and the railroad industries. While this practice was lessened by the 1920s, the tradition of drinking was very much a popular reality. So, did people stop drinking just because the law said not to? No. This, as you can imagine, led to a high influx of crime. In response to this, you see a huge transition of the population moving from downtown to newly constructed suburbs. However, not everyone could move. And so when Bullock Hospital opened in 1922, it was a welcome sight to anyone who found themselves downtown, especially for children who had an entire ward down here. That's why I mentioned the height of the possible outline earlier. Doesn't look too tall to me. And where is the energy headed? The basement floor used to be a morgue. But hey, what do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And hey, you want to see photos firsthand? Go on over to my Instagram or the TikTok. That's where I get comments from people and what they think. I would love to hear what you have to think. As always, you are welcome to email me photos, stories, questions. I'm all ears for what you gotta say. And lastly, hey, what's stopping you from subscribing? Thank you so much for those who have subscribed already. You there, I see you. Subscribe, okay? I'd love to see you again. And last but not least, thank you so much again to Ghost Walk of Old Wilmington. If you want to catch your own creepy photo, or at least shoot to catch that photo, come on down and see us. We'd love to see you.